I'm getting. Hello, everybody. We are live here, and this is Real Estate Talk TGIF episode. Guess what? 98. Yep, that's right. Episode 98. Real Estate Talk TGIF. Shawn, you know what? Oh, by the way, our guest today is Shawn Ziem, webcards.biz, the connection machine, the insurance doctor, all those fun things. We're going to get to all that. But Shawn, the first question I have for you really is what I ask everyone that comes on is, do you know what TGIF stands for?
Thank God it's finale.
There you go. Not everybody gets the right answer, right? We only changed it for one show, and that was show 94, which was Tom Ferry. So for him, I made a special dispensation and said, thank God it's Ferry. But today it's Real Estate Talk. Thank God it's finale. It is a Friday. It is May 1st. Rabbit to everybody else. If you don't know where that saying comes from, it started long time ago in early 1900s. And it was basically good luck. It meant good luck. And that's all I can find because I actually researched it today because I really needed to know that. Anyway, so I've been saying it to my daughters since they're little kids, and they're now, all grown up and 27 and 29. So we've been doing that every month their entire lives. Anyway, Shawn, thank you so much for being on. You and I, our paths crossed over the years for a lot of great reasons. You've got, like I said, the insurance doctor, the connection machine, webcards.biz now. Tell everybody a little bit about your journey, who you are, why you're doing what you're doing now. And you're also kind of like a fitness guy too now. What is that about? So we got a whole bunch of stuff. So give us a little bit of information about what's going on with Shawn Ziem and what you are all about.
Now, Dave, thanks so much for having me on. And I enjoy this. Guys, every single one of you should be doing this and putting yourself out there, going on video, sharing your journey, talking about tips and tricks and strategies. Just to really explain a couple things for a lot of you, I'm a full-time teacher. I've been teaching this is my 18th year I'm finishing. I started in 2000, been always involved with coaching, always involved with, helping kids all day long, right? Then I started getting involved in the business world in 2002, 2003, started doing some mortgages. Was back in the day, you didn't have to have a license. You had a solicitor's license, so it was a different world. And I enjoyed being an entrepreneur. And a lot of people say, why don't you do it full time? I enjoy teaching during the day with my kids, and I wear shorts and a t-shirt. I'm a phys ed teacher. I teach phys ed, health, and driver's ed. So I'm able to utilize, a lot of presentation skills that I gained from doing all this video in my classes. Put on a show, because that's what you have to do. Whatever we are involved in, you are a salesperson. You are selling yourself. So I have been teaching for all these years, incorporating business. I'm in the insurance space. I'm an insurance broker with Maiello and Manzi Insurance, mnminsure.com. Been doing insurance since 2006. So on the broker side, I like being independent. I have 30 carriers that I work with, not just one. So if I take your information, for example, for a home, I shop it through all the companies with the team, and we get the best coverage for a fair premium. I write everything: home, auto, business insurance. I do life insurance. It's a whole encompass on that front. On the insurance, and then I got involved with Beachbody. Shout out to Sean Abrams. Again, a phys ed guy. I'm home now, right? So we have to have some kind of workout. I enjoy this P90X back in the day. Now they do this 10 rounds. I box. I never boxed before. It teaches you how to box. It gets you moving. It's a 38-minute workout. And I coach on that platform. So it's another little revenue stream. A lot of you should have some different funnels to have money coming in.
Right. So I want to give you props simply because I remember one of the first things our paths crossed is I had a question about insurance, and you went through it for me and told me stay where you are. It's a good number, it's a good rate, you got good coverage, stay where you are, and that was one of our first real interactions a couple of years ago. And so to me, that's really kind of incredible in this day and age. Anytime really when someone says, you know what, I don't want your money, right? I don't need your money. I don't deserve your money yet. I didn't earn it, and I can't do anything with rates. Because with insurance, people are looking for rates. Mm-hmm. So you talked about the insurance doctor, you talked about Beachbody and stuff. Talk to me about the connection machine, because that's really, I think, really something that you've really honed in on and been able to put people together right? And done a lot of stuff. So really go deep into that. Talk to me about that for a while.
No, I found that in the insurance world, a lot of people sit there and wait for the phone to ring, and I like to make the phone ring. And what I found, the more people that I can connect with, that I can go deep with, that I can get to know and have friendly conversations, those conversations lead to other things. So that conversation that I'm on the phone with, my focus isn't on insurance when I call or when someone calls me. I get to know the person, find out what their, maybe there's some issues they have going on. Maybe they have some problems. And so I found that I'm a solution to their problems. So if I could be a solution, if you are looking for certain things, maybe you need an attorney. I have a guy. Maybe you need a home inspector. I got a guy. You need an accountant, and you name it. I've set up so that I vetted all these professionals that I know, and I call them my friends. That if you need something, I am that resource. And I've been trying to teach people this is a way to go. This is a way to generate leads. You all want leads. I have now my community of people that are on social media that if someone mentions insurance, they tag me immediately because I don't have to worry about insurance. I just have conversations every single day. But I also do some things. I do some text message introductions. I'll say, hey, Dave, you have to meet Christian Loran. The guy does virtual, showings or videography. He does websites. You have to have this connection. I think it would benefit. Just have a 15 minutes with him. And I'll send that to you and him. It's up to you guys to really make it happen. And usually those two people will make a connection. And then I ask them, just do a shout out that you had, you were connected by me. And it started spiraling. So every time there was a connection, things were happening. People were seeing it, and people love to be on text message in the lights mentioned. I'm very grateful. Every connection that I have created the website. I have a group that is a community of professionals that are go-tos. Anytime they have a call, they put themselves out there first. Hey, did you meet Dave Finale yet? And I gained so much value from him. Have you connected with him? And it just starts a conversation, starts an interest. Your friends are like, who the hell is this Shawn guy? And my friends, who's this Dave guy? And makes it happen. They message you, they text message you, they want to get to know you. That's the goal. And it's not selling. It's all about how to help you grow your business. And any little thing that I can bring, like yesterday, I brought some people on for the first time they ever did live video.
Talk to me about how that worked out and why you brought other people on. And I mean, however, just talk to us about what you got going there.
I tried to schedule one live. I was doing one live a day is my goal. Early in the year, my goal was one a week. And then things started happening. I'm like, we're always home. Let's do a live a day. That was my goal. I was doing 2 a day, one in lunchtime and one at night. Yesterday, in back-to-back days, my guests had some issues come up. They had some problems in their life. Life happens. So I'm so consistent. So on Wednesday, I didn't do a live. And I was like, damn, it's like missing a workout. And I was like, I need to do this. I got to make sure I do this. So Thursday came yesterday. My guests like, I can't honor the time. And I'm like, okay, but I have to go live. So I changed it up and went open forum. And I'm going to do it coming up, and I'm explaining it on Monday. I'm doing it again on Monday. So those that are watching, you want to get outside your comfort zone. You want to get into my community. Jump on. I'll put the link right on the screen like we have in front of us, and you just come on, introduce yourself, and get outside your comfort zone. Oh, but what am I going to say? You just talk about you. Talk about your life. Talk about anything like that. And we're just having a conversation right now, and people are going to learn things from it.
Right. What's interesting, you said something before about the connection machine. When I asked you about that, I got a guy, right? And what's really interesting and funny, if you talk to people throughout the country, they know you're from the East Coast or the New York metropolitan area, and they say, don't tell me you got a guy. Well, it's true. I mean, all right, you have relationships out there. We have relationships out here. It's just that I got a guy for it. It's like someone says, Dave, I mean, you know how to do this, can you do it? I said, nope, but I got a guy, right? It's the thing. And that's what connection is all about. One of the things that's been going on with social media over the past, let's call it 6 weeks, right? 7 weeks, just 7 weeks, because this is for me, I believe for me, this started on March 16th, the day I came back from Memphis, Tennessee, to visit my daughter. That's 7 weeks. So there's been a rush to social media. There's been a rush to social media. There's been a lot of people on there. How has that affected your social presence? How has it affected you being out there? Because there's a lot more, and I don't want to use this word, but it's the best word I can, is noise. And it's been really, it has been better for this past 7 weeks. How has it affected what you're doing, and what have you done? Have you done anything differently?
I've been taking this time to step up my game even more. I want to make sure that I'm shows like yours. I have my show. I want to be on as many shows as possible to get the word out, because I'm not afraid. I know how powerful being on social media is today, and sharing and getting. There's people I had on my lives recently. Orly Steinberg never opened or took my call.
Amazing agent. Yep.
Yeah, from Ringwood, New Jersey. Never took my call, but I have a presence now. I messaged her, hey, would you like to be on my show? And she's like, hell yeah. Jamie Silverman, 4 years. And she said this on our live. She's like, Shawn reached out 4 years ago and wanted to start a relationship, start a conversation. And she finally allowed that to happen because of the presence that I put out there into the world. It's something that I share a lot of things, and people are very personal, which is fine. It's up to you. But I share my daughter's journey. Natalie had her liver transplant. I talk about my daughter, Madison. Today we just did a huge announcement. My wife's pregnant. So we have, yes, November 11th, 11/11/2020 is when the expected next baby Ziem comes. So these are things that we share. And the beauty is to let people in to your world, because you're a human being. You're not just a salesperson. You're not just calling people up, I want to help you sell your home, or I want to get you a mortgage, or I want you to do insurance. I don't talk about that stuff. I want to get to know you as a human being, so then we can have a relationship and we can be friends. And then you'll say, how can I help you, Shawn? And I do this, this, and this, and maybe one of them fits you and we can do some business together. Otherwise, I'm not going to push you for an insurance policy. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And if you, like, we had a conversation, I'm going to tell you, Dave, you have an awesome policy. I can't beat it. I'm not going to just lower your coverages so your premium goes down. Then look, I saved you some money. That's not the way to do it. And be careful for those that are watching. That's what's out there. Some people don't have your best interest at heart.
Right. And you know what's interesting is when you talk about, just to talk about insurance for a second, since you brought that up, you lower the coverages and you lower the rate. I mean, that's what these online companies do, where I recently did the same thing. So I got this, my car insurance was coming up, and I checked out one of these online services. I'm getting everybody bombarding me, right? Because I have a second phone, so I give them that one, so I don't even look at that phone, right? For phone calls, it's all for text and access. So, they gave me a rate that was like 35% cheaper than what I was paying.
Yep.
And I said, wow, that's really interesting. Oh, yeah, but it's this, and this. When you go into my dad was a dentist, right? And he would say, when people would come in and talk to him about dollars and cents, he goes, look, you're coming in here for something in your mouth, which is in your body. I'm not a car salesman, right? You're not going to come in and compare me to others. If you want to compare me to others, please use the other guy, because I'm not going to compare prices with you. I'm not going to talk price, right? I'm going to tell you that I'm going to do this, this, and this. This is what it's going to cost you, period, the end. No doctor is going to do that. We can talk about that in real estate where, will you cut your commission? Here's the simple answer to any real estate agent that's watching this now or later. When a customer, seller or buyer says, will you cut your commission? This is the answer. Ready? No. Notice I didn't say anything else. That's the answer.
If every agent out there did that and followed that same mindset, guys, you'd all be making a shitload more money. But no, everyone wants to cut everybody's cost. But if everyone kind of like came together and followed that, that would be huge for everybody.
And here's the interesting part. You need to STFU, shut up. after you say that word. You cannot qualify it, because the moment you start talking is the moment you're on your way to cutting or doing something you don't want to do, right? And here's the interesting thing about the seller asking you that question. I don't blame them for asking the question, because if you don't answer, the answer is what? It's always no. If they don't ask, the answer is no. If they ask and you say no, okay. If they ask and you say, well, maybe I could cut a half a point off, guess what? It's in their pocket now, not yours. So one of the things that you do with the connection machine and everything else is you have done an event. You've done events with it and everything else. Talk to me about those events and how they run and when they usually are, and do you have anything scheduled for the future?
No, that's a beautiful way of engaging people, is having and hosting events. In the beginning, I'm like, oh, how am I going to do this? You know, I have a lot of things on my plate, and I teach during the day, and it's funny. I come home and I suit up to go out, and my wife's like, "What the hell are you doing?" Usually it's the other way around. You come home from suited up to put your shorts and t-shirt on, and I suit up and go out and network. Guys, I had this set up every month. We set it up, and it was at Public House 46 in Clifton, and we would have 50 to one time with 100 people show up, all from social media, all from people that have followed what we're doing. We use video, and I try to, anyone that's in my circle uses video because they see how powerful it is. So we'd all go live, or we'd all do selfies together to prove that we actually had a meeting. We actually were in networking. And when you have face-to-face time, we also did a little educational piece. You know, I would speak, Andrew Kabashnik, etc., Matthew Victoria would share some best practices, and you would learn something. And if you learn from others, you are actually emotionally connected, and you'll remember us when you need those services. So it was a beautiful time to get people out. Now things are changing, and we're trying to put together, and I've been on a lot of Zoom meetings, and there's some rooms, and we're trying to set up a virtual happy hour, like a mixer, that you have a couple educational pieces. I haven't figured out how to put it all together, but that's hopefully on the horizon. And it's something that if anyone has any ideas out there, definitely shoot me a text, a message, because that's something I want to put together, because I know it's important to have face-to-face time. It's so important.
Yeah, it is, and you know, one of the things that's been really prevalent in the real estate business today during the COVID-19 crisis has been virtual tours, video showings, video CMAs, video market presentations, right? And I know there's a lot of companies out there that aren't doing anything, but I know people I work with and collaborate with on a day-to-day basis are crushing it. And I don't know how much of that is going to be a part of the future. I know it's going to be increased. And honestly, Shawn, in my coaching, I have always said, you know what, let's save the buyer and the buyer couple some time. Let's do a video buyer presentation, a first meeting, right? First meetings are always very important. And a lot of people don't want to go through traffic. They got to pick up somebody at daycare. Or they got a minute as they were walking out the door of their office, right? So when you do the video and you do the virtual, it's a lot easier. How do you think that our lives are going to change over the next? People say year to 2 years. I say the next few months to 6 months. What do you think as far as the virtual and the video is going to happen? How do you think it's going to happen and work?
I think anyone that is not doing it now, and guys, you all have phones. Everyone has a phone. So if you want to get a videographer, use that, or use your iPhone and do a Facebook Live and do a virtual, right? I think if you had better start doing it now anyway. Put this in your arsenal of tools that you're going to bring to to your market, and you're going to continue doing that. I think even when we get to the whatever normal is in the near future, I think doing the video calls, having I enjoy that more than anything else, because you get to see somebody, and not everybody does it, guys. So if you start doing things that others aren't, you're going to be someone to be respected. They're going to trust you. Instead of a phone call, a text message, send them a video, or jump on a FaceTime call with somebody. Oh, but I don't know, my hair. Look at my hair. It's out of freaking control. I don't care. They're going to get to know who you are. we're all going through this right now. I can't wait to get to a barber when that time comes. But and I'm almost to the point I would just buzz it off when my wife says no, and happy wife, happy life. So I make sure, I think in the future, we're at least a 6-month thing. And I'm telling people, please stay home. Both my parents, and I share this, my parents were really, really critical. My dad was on a vent for 3.5 weeks and is off the vent now and is doing phenomenal. And only 20% were getting off events. They were basically calling it quits. He was done the first night he was in there. We thought he would never be coming back. And he's fighting. My mom's out of the hospital in a rehab. My dad will be following her hopefully next week. He's just trying to, but my mom, I talked to her through the process. She's like, Shawn, tell everybody, you don't want to have this. And I know a lot of people on the news are just, I need to get outside. I need to be around my people. No, just take this time to be around your family, make and develop other skills you don't have. So when we're done with this, you could be ahead of the game. Don't sit on your ass and watch movies and TV all day long. Do something with your time. We always say we have no time, right? Now I'm with my wife all the time, with my daughter, which I cherish now. It would only be a few hours a night you would be able to see your kid. Now you see your kid all the time. Use it. Let your business counterparts on your calls, let them see your kid. My daughter's always walking into my videos. I'm downstairs, so she can't. But I think it's important.
I've seen that from when you brought her home. I've seen it on your videos. It's interesting you mentioned a barber. I've decided. I mean, I'm looking for the look. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm letting it grow, man.
I don't care.
I'm going back to the days of college with long hair and a ponytail. I'm going back to those days, right? So I think once it gets longer, I'll shave this, right? Let this go. But it's interesting. It's for me talking about that. We're just talking back and forth here because this is really cool, right? And people can relate rather than talking so much business. I mean, people can relate to hair and beard. And what about the people that are going to come out with that? I call it the Corona spread, right? That have put on a few pounds, or the Corona buff, which is the people that worked out and people that lost weight. Personally, Shawn, I've lost 30 pounds. Right?
That's awesome.
Over the past 50 days. So that's what I wanted to do. And I started it before this happened. And it was something, I think, I don't know if it made it harder or it made it easier. Right. And it was work, and it still is, because I have to build myself up now. But as far as that and working out now and trying to get there, I'm doing that again, right? I want to get to the point a couple of days where I'm actually running outside again, right? But, there's going to be I think there's going to be some personal changes. I think people are going to, as far as personal lives, be more in love with their lives than they had before, or be less in love with their lives,
right?
And want to make changes, right? What do you think?
Oh, I 100%. I mean, there's people today and they're quarantined and they're in a relationship that they don't want to be in right now. And I kind of feel bad for those people right now. They want to get a divorce and they can't get a divorce because of the situation we're in. But there's others like us that, and for me, I enjoy every minute. I get to see my wife, my daughter. I try to FaceTime my other daughter every day so we can keep everyone in the loop. I'm growing closer to my brother and my sister, where the last couple of years, we weren't really communicating as much. And now, since my parents were in the hospital, we talk every 3-4 times a day, FaceTime, on the call. So we're getting closer, which is beautiful for us, so that when we get out of this, we're going to continue that. And again, like you said, with your health, I put my health. I'm a phys ed teacher, and I wasn't as active as I should be because I was going through some things with my daughter, and I was trying to focus on her. And now this is the new year. And I was like, I was doing this anyway. And then we were stuck inside. So I started doing this Beachbody workout, and I'm going to find out tomorrow how much I've lost in the 3 weeks I've been on and working with that. And I know I'm doing great. I drink a gallon of water plus a day. I try to stay as active as possible, but people complain. They say, I have no time. Well, this is the time you have. Use it. Develop more skills, do video, read more books, learn Spanish, whatever.
Let's move forward on that. You said develop new skills. I want to take that a step further and develop new habits. Now, I just said I lost some weight, right? So what I'm trying to make sure that I understand is develop new eating habits. Look, I ain't going away from macaroni. I ain't going away from my cooking, which is I love, and everybody I know that eats it loves it, right? I'm not going away from that. However, I can stay away from the binge weeks that I would have. I can stay away from that, you know. I enjoy my single malt, and I'm not going to give that up, as some of you out there already know, because I cheated with that through my time. Because I'm just not going to give it up. That's all there is to it. I love the taste. I love the flavor. I don't smoke cigars, but you know, I smoked cigarettes for a long time. I quit that 2.5 years ago, so I don't need to do that anymore. Still want to. Everybody know that smoked, that doesn't any longer, knows there's still that urge, right? The thing is, let's develop habits. We've had so many days that you should develop a habit, and one habit you don't want to have is sit on your ass, right?
100%.
What can you share to people that will kind of motivate them for that?
I like to write things down. I have my black book with my calendar, and I have everything I have for the week, for the day, etc. That keeps me accountable. I also, what I would urge a lot of you is take more pictures, take more selfies, and it proves that you're doing it. You know, like the workouts. Oh, I don't want to do a workout this morning. I used to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I can do the workout. Now we're waking up around 7. So when I get up, I'm usually spending more time with my daughter, with my wife, having some coffee, and I do my workout later in the day. But there's days I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do the workout, but I know I did that selfie yesterday, and I know people commented on it, and I said how I felt and the energy I get from it. I have to do it. So it reminds you, and I love the interaction. I love that other people are getting on board, that are being active as well. But it's something that you have to hold yourself more accountable, or get yourself into a group that will check in with you from time to time and focus on your habits, or maybe the way you eat. Hey, we're not eating as crazy as going out to eat. We used to go out once or twice a week. Now we order online and they bring it to us, which is fantastic. We don't have to go out and shop. Yes, you have to wait like 2 weeks before that big order comes, but it's something that, yeah, we're cooking at home more. We ordered out pizza the other night, but I like to eat, drink wine. I haven't drank wine in 6, 7 weeks now. My wife's pregnant, so I don't want to drink in front of her. I feel bad. But that's why I was doing lives at night. I'm like, oh, I'll have a couple of drinks when I'm doing my live. I haven't been doing that. So that I know has been cutting down on, weight, the way I feel, etc.
Sure. So I mean, it's got a lot to do with everything. I mean, I told people, I mentioned several weeks ago, I've doubled and tripled down on my education. One of the things I've doubled and tripled down is on concentration and discipline. But still, what's funny is I over the past few days, I have gone 7 a.m. to 9 o'clock at night, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. 3 days. Well, actually, it's 4 days in last week, 2 in a row, where I really haven't had much of a break. I mean, every time I turn around, I'm doing something else, and the difficulty for me still today is that blocking, right, of things to do. So you know what? It's an evolving thing for me, right? And for everybody else, I think it's really important to look into your time blocking. I mean, time management, I think, is bullshit. I don't think you can manage time. Once it's gone, it's gone. You can't do anything about it. But if you time block, one of the things you can do, and most time, my buddy and business partner, we're talking about time blocking, and this is one thing you can turn off, right? You can turn the phone off when you're doing stuff, when you're creating, or whatever you're doing for yourself. You don't have to turn it off. Maybe you just turn the volume off so you can't hear. Turn all the notifications off, right? Don't be impatient. I mean, there's a lot of things. So, Shawn, we talked about the connection machine. We talked about the insurance doctor. Talk to me about what webcards.biz is all about.
Yeah, a lot of you have a business card, and I don't even have any that are even down here. I haven't used a business card in probably over 3 or 4 years. I used to take a picture of my business card and text that to people. And then Christian and Loran and I, about 3-4 months ago, started webcards.biz. And basically it's a mini website on steroids that acts as your business card, that you can actually send it to someone via text message, email, and it can attach to their phone. It has the back office analytics. You can find out where things are being opened if they're looking at it, and you can kind of judge your marketing on maybe it's working on Instagram more than it is on Facebook. You could focus more on that area. And it's something you could have all your contact information. You could have it linked to other funnel pages. You could have a video about yourself, which you should always have, an introduction of who you are that you send out to people so they get to know you. That is all incorporated into this web cards. And I would love for those that are on it, we're knocking $50 off on the setup charge. There's a basic and the platinum card. And it's something to check out. Go to webcards.biz. We have a video introduction. We have all the details. And one last thing is you can have a CRM, a customer relationship management system, set up with it. So you don't have to type in anything as far as contact information from the cards that I know you go to these networking functions, you might leave and they're a big pile like this. You can have all of this into your CRM. Now you can contact them via text or email on continuous.
How do you do that, Shawn? Instead of business cards, are you taking pictures of those business cards? What are you doing?
When they can type in any of their information when they check it out, and it goes right to your CRM. And I have like a portal on my web card that allows that to happen. So I tell people, I use that. Hey, you want to set up a meeting with me? I send them my business card, my web card, and they'll type their information in, hit the drop down button, schedule a meeting. Now I have all their information. That's a lead, guys. That's something that you have to control your leads. You're gonna have a database. You're gonna have something you follow up with. It's so important to have. So that's your goal that you have going forward.
To get the information to get there, what's the website to go to?
Go to webcards.biz.
That's it. Putting it on the screen for you. Let's see if we get that. Okay, here we go.
For those that never did StreamYard, this is a great platform for lives to have these kind of broadcasts for sure. And you can do a screen share, which is awesome.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's just so many things that you can do with it. It is pretty cool.
I want to share something for those that are watching while you're there. You go. If you guys have a business page on Facebook, I actually found this the other night. It was Billy Spano actually did a post, and he's like, guys, would you help me increase my likes on my business page? And I didn't know about this, and I tried it. So I went. You go to someone's business page. If you want to go to the insurance doctor, you want to go Dave Finale's. You have real estate?
I have two of them. I had David Finale, public figure. I have NJ Local Real Estate, and I have Real Estate Pros.
So if you go to one of them and slide to community, and then click invite friends, you can invite all of your friends to the person's business page. And then if you imagine that, you put that one post out, but I'm going to tell you right now, and I did this, you got to be careful. I did it all my friends yesterday, and it won't allow me to send any more because there's limitations. It's like there's the algorithm with Zuckerberg's watching everything. So you'll be careful with that. So I would say, and I changed it, don't do all your friends, do 150, at least 150. So you're helping others grow their networks on their business page.
Right. That's pretty cool. So you have quite a few friends, I take it.
I built my Facebook. Everyone should use your personal page. That's where you can tag everybody. That's where the power of tag. And don't just tag. And I see this a lot, and people learn the hard way. Don't tag 100 people on a post so you get into their networks if they don't know that you're doing that. That's a spam approach. You don't want to do that. But you want to friend request people. And I found that if you friend request in the morning, lunchtime, and at night, do 35 each morning, lunchtime, and at night. Wherever you are, as far as however friends you have, you can have 5,000 within 45 days if you are consistent. And in my network, you hit that search button on top. Real estate agents, mortgage professionals, financial advisors, accountants. and you friend request them, and they get to know. Well, do I know all my 5,000? No, I don't. They get to know who you are, and that's the goal.
Right. There's a lot of different procedures that you can do, a lot of different methods you can do to make sure that the people you're talking to. Now, if you're on Facebook for fun and it's not really business for you, then what we're saying really won't matter that much, right? But there's ways to do things on a regular basis, on a daily basis, to have a habit of doing certain things every day. If you're interested in all that stuff, please reach out, and either of us can tell you what to do. I mean, you can get me anywhere on Facebook. Real Estate Skill Builder is a group we have. Real Estate Pros is a page. At Dave Finale on Instagram, and so there's so many places you can find both myself and Shawn Ziem with webcards.biz, and Shawn Ziem, the connection machine, as well as the insurance doctor. So we're talking about, we've gone from the insurance doctor to the connection machine to webcards.biz. What is next, aside from Beachbody? What is next for Shawn Ziem? Because, right, you went from the insurance doctor to connection machine, webcards, now Beachbody. Which Beachbody, if people don't know, has been around for a long time, and it's segmented into different things. What's next for Shawn Ziem? I mean, aside from being a daddy again in November, what's next? What's the next entrepreneurial event for you?
Well, here's one right here. If you have not seen homesin.com, homesin.com has been around since the 90s. They've had and purchased over 32,000 domains with every homes in town, homes in Clifton, homes in Nutley, homes in Wayne, throughout the entire country. But they didn't do anything with it. So Homes In partnered with a top marketer, internet marketer. So now an agent, a trade, anyone that's a business owner can own homes in a town, where you can. It has IDX, so you can have real estate listings specific to that town come in, and that's your leads that you can give out to whoever.
So you're involved with Homes In now.
Now I'm involved with Homes In, and that's a whole other thing that we can talk about.
I want to bring somebody on to join us, who I consider to be one of the best real estate coaches in the country, and also the man, the best, the #1 script and dialogue guy in the world in real estate. I'm so proud to call him my friend. I'm so proud to call him my
I keep
coach.
looking around. I'm looking around for who the hell you're bringing on.
I want to welcome Sekou Pyle. Sekou, thank you so much for coming on, brother.
What's up, real estate royalty?
You are real estate royalty, and you will always be. You're just fantastic. Thanks for coming on, man.
Hey, no problem.
You know Shawn.
Yeah,
I know Shawn already. We actually had a really great interview the other, like maybe 2 weeks ago or last week. 2
weeks ago, yep.
I'm so glad to hear that that your parents are talking and feeling better. You know, we were at some rough times, you know, when we talked, man. So listen, man, those stories are great stories. I'm popping in and popping out, Dave, man. I'm literally having more conversations than I know what to do with. And I'm going to go ahead and suggest, if you don't mind, I'm going to use your platform to go ahead and suggest, if you're an agent and you're not getting any answers, you better call Dave. You better call him now. You better fucking get on it. Excuse my language, baby, but this has really been an eye-opening week. I have answered tons of really simple questions that brokers should be answering for these guys, and they're not getting the kind of attention that they really need. And I'm talking top agents.
No, they're not.
Yeah, I'm not talking new agents. I'm talking top agents right now. That the best answer is, take it off the market and let's wait. So I just needed to plug that in, Dave. The conversation that I'm having with the people that we're interacting with, I love you, brother, man. You're getting them some great questions. You're helping them to look at their business in a different way. I love you, brother.
Thanks so much, man. I mean, this is time. We've accelerated what we've done for the people we work with. And now, honestly, Sekou, I come to the realization today that I need to accelerate it for the people that aren't getting it, that aren't working with us. and I'm going to be out there a little bit more. I did get some crap from somebody, an old time friend of mine, for talking about what I do, how I do it. But you know what? The gloves have come off because I've seen so many situations where agents aren't getting what they need, and you just gave me proof to the pudding where the top agents are not getting questions answered.
They're not. The best result is like, well, keep going, but keep paying your dues and keep paying your fees. Like, that's the answer. Like, what are you paying fees? Anyway, I don't want to. I didn't want to do that. I know that Shawn is on, and I was watching before I came on. I'm doing literally 2 different meetings at the same time, guys. I've got my coaching clients watching, and we're doing a 20-person Zoom right now, and I'm on with you guys right now. What's funny is that my Zoom has the virtual background, so you can't see all of this going on. And now I'm on the StreamYard, and I'm like, oh snap, you can see my back. Anyway, Shawn, you are a consummate entrepreneur, man, right? And so you keep going and keep going and keep going. What do you say to the people that sort of give you crap about being a jack of all trades, man, and dipping your toe into multiple streams?
I think it's being a resource. And when you bring resources to others and you actually get, maybe an income from it, why not? But if you are being trustworthy, you're being honest and transparent and authentic as hell, it's only, what I'm involved in is nothing shady, nothing that will get anyone in trouble. It's only going to help you grow. I'm always pushing to make people get to the next level. And that's where you surround yourself with the like-minded individuals. You all go together. You all get to the top of the mountain together. And I love helping as many people as possible. And the more things you're involved in, you have other conversations that might come out that might hit on a different area that you can be that resource for.
That's awesome. I got one really powerful question, Dave, man.
Sure, go ahead, man.
And this is to your audience and to Shawn and to you and to myself. This is a question that I've been asking myself daily. Who is the number one person that I feel like I can help today? Right. So, Shawn, is there an agent out there? Is there, at least in my universe, right? Is there an agent out there that you feel like you can help today? Maybe get them in touch with me or Finale or someone that you think is a powerhouse. Is there somebody that I should be talking to?
If they're watching, and they're watching right now or even on a replay, I would call them an action taker. They actually are listening and they're paying attention. But I also want those people to question maybe their situation. Maybe there's something better. And if anything, just have conversations with other opportunities that might come up.
That's it. I want to know what
anything can happen with a conversation. You don't have to say anything. You might not even do whatever they're going to offer. If you talk to Dave or Sekou, have the conversation. If it's better, why would you not make a move if it's better?
Damn right. I would say this right now, man. If you are in the same line of business as Shawn, any of that, by the way, I want a beach body, right? So awesome. If you're in the same line of business as Shawn, if you think he's in a better position, or if you think that he could be in a better position, why aren't you out recruiting him? Right? Why aren't you calling me and recruiting me? Why aren't you trying to recruit Dave Finale? The system is broken. And I'm going to say this, and Dave, I'm sorry if I'm being an asshole on your program today, man, but I am noticing something in the system right now. The system is broken, and the new agent is on the same level as the 20-year veteran. No one knows what to happen next. I want to know why more people aren't asking questions. You know what I mean, man? We're having a great time. I'm helping a dozen people at a time, man. Dave, I saw you on your script practice session. Real estate skill builder right now, you should be beating people away. I don't have time for this. These people should be knocking down your doors, man. The stuff that I saw you do last night, the stuff that the information that you made available, and then the fact that you was willing to Q&A with people on your time, it knocks me off my feet, brother. So I give you love, and I'm glad you got these people on.
want to give it right back. And this is not a mutual admiration society. It's true though. I mean, you're going 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day. I mean, you're going with your people 7 a.m. for practice. You're going 8 to 11 for prospecting. We're in this shelter-in-place bullshit, and I talk to agents and brokers. Well, I'm not doing anything now. We're just waiting. What people are hearing is we got to get ready for when we're back.
We're back.
I never went anywhere. How can I be back? I never went anywhere. Right? I'm learning as much as I can. I've disciplined myself. And look at you. I mean, you got to download, a quote unquote download at 8 p.m. every night.
Yeah.
How freaking cool is that?
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's mind blowing, man. That I'm talking to agents from all agencies.
And all over the country are on that broadcast.
Yes. And so the number one question I have is, why aren't their brokers doing it? Say again. I'm sorry, I froze.
No, you're good. You're good. We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't know if you were talking. I didn't want to interrupt you. I'm sorry. I'm telling my number one question. The number one question I get is, why are you giving this away? And I'm like, I'm not. This is our business. Working together is our business. I couldn't imagine existing in this state where we're all at home and you're over there going, oh, woe is me. I don't know what to do. I don't care what business you're in. I don't care if you're selling web cards. I don't care if you're selling, beach party insurance, real estate, cars. There's people who need you right now. They need your service. They need you right now. There is no spring of this thing. It already happened. Right. There was 2 weeks where we were all panicked and stuff like that. I don't care if you're open the market or close the market. I don't care where you are. This is how real estate is going to be done from now on. Okay, fight me on that. Anybody can fight me. I'm not saying that there will be no physical showings, but let me ask you this question, and I'll present this to you guys as the proxy. Let's say in a year, right? In a year, where we all realize that we don't have to travel for 2 hours to get to work every day, and we don't have to do a 6-hour turnaround in order to get, $150,000, $200,000 a year in income, that we can actually work from home when we can choose where home is, right? If I asked you to come out and see 3 properties with me, would you spend your entire Saturday driving around an area, going to see 3 properties that you may or may not like? Or would you rather spend 30 minutes, 90 minutes looking at 16 properties through virtual tours, deciding on the 1 or 2 that you want to go see and put an offer on them? Which one would you rather do?
It's exactly what I've been training for 2 years. Exactly. I mean, we talk about, I need that shirt from DT, from Danielle Teller. I was built for this.
I'm built for this.
I'm built for it. I mean, Shawn, you're the same thing. I mean, we didn't mean to take over here, Shawn, but it's like we get excited about talking about this. I mean, can you imagine if you've never seen it, but you see us 2 in a room? It's you just can't get a word in edgewise. Right?
Yeah, brother. I'm sorry, Shawn, man. No, I'm not.
No, this is
I'm
fine,
not sorry. You guys, we are. I don't know how to say this, man, but you guys, we are the market right now. It is an agent market, and as long as we maintain, so what the phrase that I've been repeating over and over again to my coaching clients is, we are working at Netflix with a blockbuster schedule, and that doesn't work. You are physically trying to do what is no longer necessary. If I gave you enough money to open up the best blockbuster on the block, right? How much would you spend on a state-of-the-art VCR? There's no more VHS tapes or anything like that. So you wouldn't spend any money on an outdated concept like a VCR.
No, you wouldn't.
So what the hell are we doing? And I'm not just talking about companies. I'm not talking EXP or Keller or anything like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about mindset. How much are you investing in the old mindset? And that's where, when they start talking about Shawn, when I start talking about agents with multiple streams and doing different things, that their schedule cannot reflect a physical reality. The schedule should now reflect the new reality.
Right.
And I can be in two places at one time. I'm quite literally right now in two places at one time.
Well,
and I got to get ready for my live at noon. So we're going to definitely have to.
So we're going to have a break of this. And I'm going to go with Shawn. Thank you so much for coming on. How do people get in touch with you and if they want to connect with you with insurance and everything else?
Perfect. If you want to call me at 201-320-3454 for anything from insurance to what we talked about today, check out connectionmachine.biz. On there, if you need any insurance, click on insurance quotes. It's all there. Builder's risk, homeowner, auto, business insurance, life insurance, you name it. And if you want to check out webcards.biz, and we'll definitely take care of you. Connect with me on Facebook. Connect with me on Web Talk. That's where I'm at as well. And I'm here to help you grow. So we could talk about increasing your video game too. So I'm mentoring those on that front.
So there's a lot of stuff coming up. Sekou, you've got your stuff going down. How do people get in touch with you, Sekou, if they want to improve their real estate game?
If you really want to get down and you really want to improve your video games, your real estate game, don't reach out to me. Find Commitment to Capping in Facebook. I'm sorry, Shawn. I'm only letting agents in, right? Or salespeople. So if you're a salesperson, there's no commercial interest in there. I'm not selling product. Commitment to Capping in Facebook. And if you're serious, you can be inside. It is a pack of wolves. It is not for the faint of heart. It's not for the faint of heart. It's an incredible level of accountability, and you're welcome. Let's go. Let's grow.
So as I close out episode 98, I want to let everybody know, of course, 98 means 2 is going to be episode 100. We've got some special guests set up for that, including Sekou, including Grant Wise has agreed to come on. Mark Stein's coming on. We got a whole bunch of people for the 100th show. But for the 99th show, we have the one and only Dan Beer coming on. Just a super, super guy out on the West Coast. And also for our show 101, we've got Kyle Whistle. And then we've got Michael Chu set up. Right? We got him set up as well for June. I want to let everybody know there's something special coming up that we're starting on not next Monday, but the Monday after. So next Monday is the 4th and the 11th. Every Monday at 5. Take care, Sekou. Thanks for coming on. Every Monday at 5, we're going to be doing a 20 to a 60-minute broadcast, which is going to be real estate coaching in depth. It's going to be available for everybody for the month of May. Once June hits, it's off. It's only for people that work with me exclusively. So if you're interested in that, that's going to start May 11th, May 18th, May 25th. Even if it's Memorial Day, I'm still doing it. Okay? So, Shawn, how would you like to leave? What do you want to tell everybody? So we gave you information. Thank you so much for coming on. I know we kind of hijacked the last 10 minutes, but we're really passionate about what we do, as you can see.
No, I just want everyone to be as consistent and persistent and don't give up. Continuous. If you start a couple new things, I want you to do it at least for 6 months. Let it marinate. Let it happen. Learn from what you're doing. Reflect on it. And don't stop. If it doesn't work, try something else. But if you're in the sales game, it's all about selling and educating and giving value to your community. Don't be just pitching product and services. Make sure you are helping others by educating. It's very key today. And Dave, I appreciate you having me on. And I hope everyone stays safe, stay home. And hopefully whenever we do get to, shake hands again and hug and have meetings and mixers, it's going to be bigger and better coming out of this as well.
Yeah, I'm just going to implore everybody to double and triple down on number 1, their education, number 2, on their discipline. Thank you, everybody, for showing up and talking, and I can't wait to see you all soon. Don't forget, next week we got Dan Beer.
Take care.